Welcome back to another edition of Technical Difficulties. I'm your host, Darryl Fitzgerald. I'm here yet again at Heritage Greens Lawn Bowling Club, my home club in Kitchener, Ontario, Canada. By the thumbnail, you probably thought that you were coming in here to get that golden ticket of how to take yourself from an average bowler to a great bowler. That silver bullet that's going to blow away all your bad habits and make you a perfect bowler. Well, I use that to illustrate a point. There's times where we think we just need that one thing that's going to take us from here to here, from average club bowler and shoot us straight up to international success. That's not possible without a lot of hard work and a lot of time put in. I wanted to talk more about the process of getting yourself to be a good bowler. The people and the coaches that tell you, do this one thing and it's going to fix everything. Do this one change and you're going to instantly be a great bowler. What I'm here to tell you is changes are good. Looking at your delivery, looking at your game, how you approach it is good, but it takes time. The key to anything getting good, to anything becoming consistent, is repetition. It's training, it's practice. Now, I know here in Canada that training and practice can sometimes be a foreign concept to a lot of bowlers. Internationally, that can happen as well. But I'm here to tell you, the top of the top, they're out there playing that game all the time. The really good bowlers who are constantly getting better are the ones that are out there training and practicing and putting in the time to look at stuff they're struggling with, look at where they want to be, and bridging that gap with observation, fixes, and then repetition. And they do that repetition over and over to get rid of those bad habits and make themselves much stronger and much more resilient to falling back into those bad habits. Because the more you do it, the more it becomes locked in. Now, we have a series of delivery videos that I'll link up here. Those videos are a great foundation for understanding your own delivery, looking for places to improve, and going out there and putting in the time and the effort to make those improvements. Looking at those videos or looking at any other videos that are out there on delivery is not going to make you an instant success. There is no golden ticket where you're going to jump from mediocre to greatness just by making a change. I tilt my foot, I look up instead of down, I crunch down instead of standing straight up. Those can all be great assets to your delivery or great assets to your game, but until you put the time in and understand, is it good, is it bad, should I keep it, should I do something different, and then do the repetition to make it stick, it's not going to give you that boost that you were hoping for. Making a change and then going out the next day and expecting to do well in a tournament is not likely to happen. It's not something that I can go from standing up straight with my feet together to wide and crouched, and it's just automatically going to work for me. I need to practice that crouch position with my feet apart in order to make it stick and to make it comfortable so I don't even have to think about it. The process I'm going to give you is really simple. Number one, have an honest review with yourself. Go and get to the green and take an inventory of all the things that you do and rate yourself from 1 to 10. Do I drive well? Well, I'm going to try it. I'm going to throw 10 drives, mark myself good or bad, and see where I land. You can do that with a draw. You can do that with a yard-on shot, a trail, whatever it is. Jack throwing. I can go out and practice jack throwing and give myself ratings out of from 1 to 10 on how good I think I'm doing. Then take an assessment of how you think your delivery is. Maybe take some video like I am right now and just review it to say, is everything in order? Am I rolling straight? Is my arm doing what I think it's doing? Is my foot landing the way I think it is? And once you've taken that inventory of things that you do well and things that you think you don't do well and you need to work on, now's the time to choose one. That's the second step. You choose one of those to work on. My delivery is great, I'm going to work on my drive. So I choose to go out and work on my drive. And I'm going to set up drills to find out what I'm doing and what I need to do to make my drive great. And once I've done that and my drive is improved to a stage where I'm comfortable, I go back to my list and I say, what's the next thing I need to work on? It's my draw. I can go out and I can repeat that over and over again until I get good at my draw. Now this is something that'll take some time. When you focus on one thing, it's not go out and spend 2 hours throwing drives. It's I'm going to isolate a half hour, set up some drills, and I'm going to throw drives. Then I'm going to go to the next thing on my list. Block off another half hour of my training, and I'm going to work on my draw. And you do these in chunks so that you focus in on the things that you want to work on. You repeat and you fix one thing at a time. You won't know what works if you're doing 100 things all at once. The same thing goes for your delivery. I step weird, I twist my body, I look down and I don't follow through. Well, if I try to fix all those at once, I don't know what's working for me and what's not. I need to start fixing and say, okay, my step feels comfortable. That's great. I'm not twisting my body anymore. That's great. Now I'm going to work on taking my head from looking down to looking up. And I'm going to be able to look down the green rather than straight down. I'm going to now work on my follow through instead of just ripping the bowl and letting go. Don't do it all at once. Do one thing at a time. And the third step is repeat the process. Go back to stage one. Do an honest review. Where am I at? How have things improved? And have things slid down? And then you go back to the drawing board and you say, what's the one thing I need to work on now to raise my level? I'm going to do that. And so on and so on. And you just keep repeating that month after month, year after year, as you go through your bowling career. That's the way you systematically find those things that you need to get to that next level and push yourself forward. It's easy. And it's not time consuming, and it fits into your training because you're now choosing the things that you really want to work on, focusing your training on those things, and looking to improve the biggest parts of your game. Now think about that. I'd love to hear your feedback. Give us comments down below. And as always, may all your bowls be tight.